down, Mama. No, he went to the bathroom.
Hello, kids. Let's sing by adding 1 to each number. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. And 5 plus 1 is 6. Good job. Let's continue. 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 plus 1
This not for
is
your
8.
age.
8 plus 1 is 9. And 9 plus 1 is 10. You did great. Let's repeat. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4.
You like that?
4 plus 1 is 5. And 5 plus 1 is
They
6.
pulled you up a minivan for your first week?
Yeah, cuz, everybody used to get that motherfucker. Had that bitch for 2 years.
Shout out to my nigga Mook, man. He was in my whip. Pause.
Yeah, he was in the whip for sure. My whip was trash too.
Damn. Oh, yeah, his whip was trash.
My shit was weak. Yeah, what you got behind the? My shit didn't start in the wintertime. Swear to God. It only worked in the summer.
It was seasonal?
Damn. How old you when you got it?
16.
16.
I think I was in the league. This nigga was like, you ain't buy your
He used to roast me. Like, your brother in the league. Look at your whip. I was like,
hey, y'all thought about buying this nigga a car?
it wasn't time.
Nigga, I wasn't playing.
It wasn't time.
This shit might be over.
I got that motherfucker on Christmas, bro. I walked out there and said, man, what the fuck you doing, man? I gotta pull up to school and this shit.
And I bought it, nigga. I bought it. Yeah, I paid 15 for it.
Damn, you got a pocket. That nigga spent more than that in the club.
That's that time, nigga. I ain't paid for a damn thing in the club.
1,500, cuz that's out of pocket. Don't now hate Ant-Man because he's shaking their hands. It don't matter when. He know he was getting subbed out. He knows after this game is over, I'm not gonna want to go down there. My locker room is right here, and I'm you know what? I just want to get the hell out of here. If he walked off the court at the end and didn't shake the hand, you're gonna say he was a sore loser. And he showed the ultimate respect.
I feel like everybody just got their own opinion. Like, yeah, it's 8 minutes in the game, but we not going back in the game. When you win a playoff series, everybody's celebrating at the end of the game. Like, so they gonna be smiling while I'm pissed off that we just lost. So I was just like, let me go and congratulate these boys, because I ain't trying to be kikiing with y'all after y'all done whoop my ass. I didn't want to go down at all. Like, then what they would have been saying about me, like, that would have been a whole nother conversation. I gave them the respect they deserve, man.
He's ready for the moment. The spotlight.
Don't let migraine pain get in your way. Visit Zip Health. Try a clinically proven migraine treatment and relieve your symptoms in 3 easy steps. Online consultation.
Blake, let's start with you.
Ah, man.
The biggest takeaways from the Knicks go rolling into San Antonio, stealing game 1.
I would say, we got to start with the coach. We got to get Mike Brown some credit. Got to give Mike Brown the credit he deserves. He, coming in, a lot of people was, down on him. But the way I think he's doing the Warriors pedigree, playing all 10, or playing as a team, playing 9 players, not running his players into the ground, giving players like Sherman, Brunson, the other guy confidence. Going out there to shoot the ball like they were. confidence, some fast breaks, pulling up for threes. In the finals, I think you got to give him confidence. And, you know, Brunson chopped cheese, man. And the big bodega came to play. I love the way you can't do the four smalls and one big against New York like the Spurs been doing all playoffs. They do the four smalls and throw Wemby out there. I think New York got a team, got one of the best small ball teams that can play, rebound, play hard with Josh Hart, OG, Bridges, and then you got Money Mouth out there. So nobody gave him a chance. I see Vegas had the Spurs. That's their favorite. I heard even New York fans like Stephen A. saying they got the Spurs. But, you know, shout out to, you know, them boys in New York, French Montana, all them boys, Max B performing after the game, Jim Jones, Fat Joe. You know, we had some people sad yesterday watching the game. Very quiet.
Fat Joe, just Joe now.
Just Joe.
That Joe's there?
Champion Joe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Soon to be champion Joe.
Soon to be.
Let's shift over to you, Mr. B. I see you rocking the vintage Brandon Jennings Knicks jersey. What are your biggest takeaways from New York? Stealing game one from the Spurs.
Well, they looked a little rusty from being off 8 days, for sure, you can tell. But they pulled it together. In that fourth quarter, OG, he came through, he did his big one. Even though Hart only had 3 points, 15 rebounds was huge for them. And Cat, man, I got to still just give it up to Cat. I mean, they were pressuring Cat. Cat was making it difficult on Wemby all night. He also attacked him on the other side of the floor. And then with Brunson, I mean, he just willed himself to that win. He was on one leg. And Mike Brown just having everybody together and just sticking to the plan. You know, guys came in and made big shots when needed to. It was looking a little like it was going to be over by the third quarter, but they were able to rally. Their defense came together, and they were able to just go in there and steal a win. So, I mean, that's one of the biggest things that you want to do in the finals. You know, try to get that first win. So they did what they were supposed to do.
You think he was hurt? Right?
Yeah, he should have.
I saw him.
Stop.
He was good to me in the fourth quarter.
No, that last time when he was trying to, he looked like he just, you know, like everything. That one little leg.
Let's shift over to this side to the distinguished gentleman first.
Move out the way.
Former New York Knicks. Rocking the vintage
Come here.
Kenny Martin jersey. What are your biggest takeaways
Come here.
from the Knicks? Stealing game one from the Spurs in San Antonio.
Damn.
Yeah, if you're going to get one, then the first one is the game to get. Brandon's point, it did look a little rusty at first, but I like the play calling to start the game, giving the team a certain look. Shout out to Mitch Robinson, man, for sucking it up. I challenged him, and yeah, so that's what's up. You are a vital piece to what your team needs, as far as rebounding and somewhat of rim protection. So got 6 fouls to use on Wemby, which is good. You come out there and be aggressive. Got to worry about playing big minutes. I don't think Mikal Bridges will have the kind of game he had again. Under 10 points. Same for Josh Hart. Shout out to Josh Hart, man, representing for the threes, B. You know what I'm saying? 15 rebounds, 3 points, man, but you affected the game in a major way. Defense and all those things, extra possessions. Yeah, I think he'll make more shots, man. It was a tall task going into San Antonio, but I think the Knicks are battle tested, man. You don't win 11 straight games in the playoffs and you're not battle tested. You went into tough environments, you've overcome deficits, you've fought through injury from certain players being out. So you have the recipe for what it takes to be successful, and I think they went in there and displayed it. I think the bench will play better for the Knicks. I think the immaturity of the Spurs reared his head at times. Maybe can't take 9 threes. That's glaring. I think settling. That's what good defense makes you do at times. When they can force you into certain actions, and I think they did that in game 1. So we'll see how Wemby reacts in game 2 to that defense, because it's not going to change. You know, I'm looking for what type. I want to see what kind of adjustments will be made in game 2 on both sides. to Jalen Brunson's point, they know they can play better in certain areas. But to get a win, you'll definitely take it. But no, it's yeah, I just like what the Knicks are doing. I said early on I didn't trust them before the playoffs started, but hey, they have proven wrong. They've proven that they mean business, and hey, they're on the biggest stage doing it. And to go get game one on the road is a huge deal.
So, off shooting nights on both sides. Knicks, I believe, 41% from the field, 31% from three. Spurs with 36% from the field, 26% from the three. But let's shift back over to this side of the couch. Former Spurs fan, current Thunders fan. What were your biggest takeaways from the Knicks stealing game one from the Spurs?
That was easy. So, I got a kick out of the fact that the shortest player on the floor outplayed by far the tallest player on the floor when it mattered the most. And I know Jalen Brunson banged his knee against Harrison Barnes, and there might be a little hyperextension, but man, in the fourth quarter, he put one move on a little semi-break on De'Aaron Fox, a little jitterbug move. He was moving and grooving in the fourth quarter. Scored 13. That dagger shot that you're talking about, that sideways fall away, it was just like vintage Brunson. And it just broke San Antonio's will. And to me, last night, once again, the alien looked more like an earthling to me. He looked round-bound. And he had a playoff high 15 missed shots, 6 of 21. As Kenyon pointed out, he took 9 threes, made 2 of them. That won't work. And he had a playoff high 6 turnovers. And I remind you, the last time they played the Knicks at Madison Square Garden on March 1st, he had 7 turnovers. Because the Knicks are one team that realizes he dribbles so high because he's so tall that you can pick his pocket pretty easily. And it got picked late in the game when they had one last chance, and that was on Wemby because Josh Hart picked his pocket. And this all happened mostly because I am a Thunder fan. This is because Chet Holmgren does not play for the New York Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns plays for the New York Knicks. And to me, Chet Holmgren is an all-star against everybody except that alien, and he shrinks in fear at the mere sight of that alien. See Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals when Chet Holmgren, took no shots the last 3 quarters and wound up with 4 points and 4 rebounds. And that wasn't happening last night because Chet Holmgren ain't walking through that door anymore, Wembanyama.
Stop!
And with Karl Anthony Towns, he ain't afraid of no alien because he is 7 feet tall, and he knows he's quicker-footed than Wembanyama is.
You heard what I said.
And he knows that he is a career 40% three-point shooter. And by the way, he didn't even play to that advantage last night because Cat was 0 for 2 from 3. So wait until game 2 and 3 and 4. When he starts making threes, it's really going to make it hard on the alien. And then on the defensive side, because Karl Anthony Towns knows that he's just quicker-footed than the alien, not only did he blow by him twice on offense in the first half, got his attention, but on defense, he just bothers him. He could go out and play him on the perimeter and get up into him because he's not afraid of Wembanyama dribbling by him. And, man, I'm looking at this number. Wait a second. Wemby was 2 of 14 when guarded by Cat? 2 of 14? Wow. That's falling back to earth. And then I see Wemby say after the game he isn't worried in the slightest. Man, I think he should be worried in the highest, right? Like, come on, man. Now you're up against game 2 because game 3 is back in that madhouse up in New York, you know. And
All I know is that I watched the home team once again. They did this twice against the Thunder, but I watched them blow a big lead, 14-point lead mid-third quarter, and give up a 54-30 run to the end of the game, including an 11-0 run over the last 2 minutes of the game. And yeah, Jalen Brunson made 2 huge shots as he always does, but that key blunder in that game came with 57 seconds left when they had a chance to cut it back down to 2, and Wemby's out playing point guard because he thinks he's a 2 guard, and he lost the ball, and that was the end of the game, and put them in a very deep hole. Now I'm hearing, well, Wemby was tired. He's 22 years old, and he just had 4 days off. I'm not buying tired. And then I keep hearing, well, he's got to post more. How many times have you said that about him? Like his whole career? Like isn't that the thing with Wemby? Is that he just doesn't post? He
Can't hold position.
He can't hold position, but it's not his mentality.
Even if it was, he couldn't hold position.
I just don't know. It's in him. Barkley said it last night. He's just a finesse player. He's a 2 guard. He's a 9-time 3-point attempter. So, man, I say good luck to the doctor across, because he's up against it in that game too.
Well, let's shift over to the doctor, Dr. Rashad McKent, PhD. What are your biggest takeaways? Are they your New York Knicks still?
I figured after hearing everybody's assessment, I figured analyze the game, talk hoop, not show no favoritism. Give credit first of all to the New York Knicks.
Well, the question was about the Knicks.
Okay, let me finish. All right, let y'all finish. Go ahead.
They're all bad.
You know, we used to this talk when I talk.
What as we answer the question?
Y'all good? Y'all ready? Go ahead and get it out.
Stop. What are you doing?
I'm looking away. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Spurrier.
New York Knicks, as far as what they did well. I love everything about the pace and the ferocity. They were down the majority of the game. To be so fresh, to be so experienced. I think that the Spurs showed that they can actually play with the Knicks at a high level. They came in ready to play with both sides playing the game plan that they all tried to execute. I love the energy. You talk about hoop, you talk about the NBA Finals, you talk about both teams really being up for the moment. I loved it. It wasn't a great game offensively. They both struggled. It was kind of a nasty game if you really think about it, if you really truly watch it. I don't think anybody played well until Brunson really in the fourth started to play well. Shaman hit some shots. McBride hit a corner banker. OG hit a couple good shots. I think the biggest mistake was Mitch Johnson not putting Dylan Harper in the game in the fourth. He only played 3 minutes. I think that really hurt him. He was leading the team in scoring up until the fourth quarter. Wemby obviously didn't have a good game. Jordan, he was like 14 to the first point. But you know, he's going to do what he did. 26 points, 12 rebounds in a bad game in the finals. Your first time. I think that's going to be his worst game. Can't wait until he gets back to normal. Brunson, you got to tip your hat off to him. Like I said, shout out to World Wild West, Leon Rose, New York Knicks, showing up, doing what they need to do with Brunson, being able to take them over the top. Big shots in the fourth. Mitchell Robinson did what he had to do. They definitely played Wemby a certain type of way. I love it. But we're not worried on both sides. We're not worried for the Spurs. We're not worried for the Knicks. Like I said, either way, this nigger right here is going to win regardless. We're going to win regardless. So with the Spurs, you know, we're going to rally back.
So that wasn't the question. The question was whether I was talking. I thought we was too. I thought the question was about the Knicks.
Y'all just can't help yourself, huh?
I thought the question was about the Knicks.
I be triggering you niggas for real, like real talk. Like y'all can't even sit still.
What was the question about? The Knicks?
Yeah, what
do we think about the Knicks win?
I appreciate you sitting still and letting me talk, because I let you talk. But damn, I see, I be triggered. They just be shaking out their bottom. Oh, man. Wait, man. Shut up. Can't wait. I'm cut up. I can't even.
You said what? Yeah, next. Yeah, next.
God damn.
You know, sitting shit.
God damn. Like, shit. What the hell, let these niggas talk? They can't even sit still.
Let's go.
What the fuck is in
This
y'all
shit
bloodstream? Y'all good? Damn, Nick.
Sitting shit. Who is y'all? Like, call names. Who is shit?
Kenyon.
I ain't said
Nick,
shit.
okay, so why you saying something right now?
I ain't said shit because you said y'all.
Y'all.
Put a name on it.
Everybody.
I ain't said shit while you was talking. I said
it right now.
You said y'all, you included. I want to know who the fuck y'all is. Put a name on it.
Everybody in.
I want to know who the fuck y'all is.
I didn't say shit while you was talking.
Why are you getting loud?
Because you said y'all. Put a name
right
on it.
beside you.
Put a fucking name on it.
I just did.
I ain't said shit while you was talking.
What you talking now?
Because you included me in some shit ain't got nothing to do with me. That's why I'm talking.
So why are you including yourself in y'all?
I said who are y'all?
So why are you including yourself in y'all?
I'm not including.
So why are you including yourself in y'all? It's the people here other than you.
Say them. Don't say y'all. Call names out.
Come on, man.
If you got a problem with somebody, say their name. Don't include y'all.
I just feel like it's an insult.
Don't say y'all when you want to talk to certain people.
When he say let's talk.
Say their name. If you want to say Nick, why are you talking?
Say his
Granddad name. Yeah, my name fucking Kenyon. I was talking while you was talking. Say that. Don't say y'all.
Say Kenyon. I said y'all.
So who is y'all?
You know who y'all is.
If it ain't you,
if it ain't you,
know who y'all is.
If it ain't you, it ain't you.
I don't know who y'all is.
So if you don't know, why would you include yourself?
Name.
Why would you include yourself in y'all? If I didn't say your name,
say them.
I got 100
Say their name. Don't include. That's all. That's all I'm asking. If you gotta say their name. That's all.
Regulator.
That's it. That's all I'm asking. Don't like I said, I don't want to because I let you speak. I ain't got shit to say.
Black.
That's all. It's real simple. Like real simple ass. If you're not talking to me, don't say y'all. They say their name. Say his name. That's all.
No one is a fan of you. You ain't y'all done.
Say his name.
Cause now you included in everybody. Y'all now.
Shit.
Cause you're still talking on the top.
No, I asked you a simple question. You can finish whatever it is that statement you was making. Since you're not talking to me, finish your statement.
And after all that, New York still won.
King's job, build and fight.
I'm your mama. I'm your mama.
Moment chat completely changed my life, and it came from a car accident I almost forgot about. I'm honestly shaking as I record this. I never imagined something this big could come from an accident that felt so small at the time. If you've been in any kind of vehicle accident in the past 2 years, even if you think it was minor, even if you...
Hey man, long story short, that's why I have a New York jersey on, Nicholas.
Oh, you jumped on the train, I get it.
Hence why I have a New York Knicks jersey on, okay? After all that, the Knicks still won. Go ahead, Josiah Island. My plane says the motherfucker gonna crash at some point.
So shit, I landed.
May I address your Dylan Harper tweet? So, in the first half, Dylan Harper looked
let that shit go, nigga.
Floor to me
You fucking D.
at age 20. And I don't know what has happened to De'Aaron Fox, but against the Thunder, he fell into a pretty deep slump. He had a couple of big shots in Game 7, but overall shot it poorly from the field and from three. But in the second half, Dylan Harper started to cool off, and he made a couple of shots, but he missed both his threes, and he had a turnover. And then I remind you, he had another clear-cut turnover to me when that kid ran out on the floor to take the selfie. And the refs got discombobulated, and they weren't sure if it happened before or after the kid ran on the floor, and they called it a jump ball. And it sure looked, when they replayed it. It happened before the kid ran on the floor. He just lost the ball out of bounds. And he was for what it's worth, I don't love plus minus, but Dylan Harper was a minus 17 in the second half. And once upon a time, not that long ago, 2023, De'Aaron Fox was the clutch player of the year in the NBA. So he's their only veteran. And I don't blame Mitch Johnson for just hanging with him, hoping that he would make a shot. Just one shot down the stretch. Now, if you wanted to switch it up in game 2, you got me. But I do not condemn him, blame him, vilify him completely, Mitch Johnson, for not playing Dylan Harper more than 3.5 minutes in the fourth quarter.
He has scored 2 of the starters. He has scored 2 of the starters, so you got to find some minutes for him.
It was that air ball in the fourth quarter. Huh? That was a crazy air ball.
Which one?
Dylan Harper shot that 3.
Yeah, he shot it.
But it's minus 17.
But as much as we want to blame Wimby, I got to blame the coach though.
Which minus 17 I sold on him, you know that. But it's like I said, I hate the plus minus just like you. It doesn't tell the whole story.
It doesn't tell the story.
Like, it doesn't tell the whole story,
but he was.
But he outscored the other 2 starters. They had 16, and he outscored the same amount of points as the starters. So you got to find minutes for him.
My assessment is a little bit different. It's not about the outscoring thing. It was about his ability to be able to get to the paint against Brunson, against OG, against whoever was on him. The way he plays, the pace he plays, his strength, his ability to shoot the floater. I think that's an advantage for them, especially in the second half when trying to make runs. It's a game of runs. The one thing we know is that the Knicks are going to make runs because they play fast. And when you play with a big like Cat, you always have the ability to get to the rim from the big.
Hold on. What up, though, fam? What's that now? What? Nah, for real, because him and Malcolm was passing to each other. I'm like, what the fuck is y'all doing? I'm like, Troy nigga can shoot too. And actually, Troy nigga the one hitting more than both of y'all niggas right now. Oh, shit. Nah, for real. Nah, that's no cap. Stop. That's what I was trying. That's what, bruh. The only, like when Louis got on, Malcolm forgot the game plan. Oh, God. If you down, we can go to Proving Grounds, too, and get on them niggas. Yeah, I'm down to go to Proving Grounds for sure. Yeah, I had got that when I got up my when I got up to level 1. Oh, okay, okay. Bet. Well, yeah, shit. I was thinking about making our own shit. To be real. Come on, dude.
And that is why timing is so important in the passing game. That is a critical fourth down. Down near the goal line, everything's going to happen. It's got to be a great route. The quarterback has to get rid of it on time and make an accurate throw. Two dudes on the exact same page, coming up with a massive touchdown down near the goal line on fourth down.
What?
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they cut the lead in half, down 14-7.
Speak to me, I'm right here.
The kickoff unit is out there. Boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take the knee, and this drive will start at 25. Plenty of time to
Why?
not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw. It's Manning. Looking deep.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go-around right past the different corners,
Get your hands off of it.
reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense. And that still on his feet.
He can return it. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board.
Get off of it.
Coming out with it, it's Long. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19.
Go over there.
He wishes he'd just taken the touchback.
Go over there.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. He's going to run it.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their
Boy.
Tell them, don't get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes. They do it with ease.
Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Working downfield on first down. Going to try to get it himself. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
Looks like that at first, though.
And the Cavaliers will snap it on first and 10. To the air for first down.
You see him right here.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still first round. Pick up the first.
Boy, motherfucker, what's the name?
This offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter and space.
Yeah, I know who he is. I'm talking about that shit. That shit, like, it is very, very overwhelmingly tiring.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss. And the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it into the line of scrimmage. Won't get much on first down at 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. It is forced.
Straight up. What the fuck? What you doing with Call of Duty for?
They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Offense changing the play. Dropping back. As he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on those body blows so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical and early in this
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah, I saw a nigga playing that shit the other day.
catches in this game. That's a good omen for the defense.
Wide receiver going in motion.
Yeah, I saw a nigga playing that shit the other day.
42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Is it just like 007 from back in the day?
Send out the field goal unit to try a long one.
Teacher Maddie Quiz Online Tutor. Let's learn alphabet.
After the missed field goal, fellas, still a 13-point ball game.
All right, bet. Yeah, just hit me, shit. Yeah, we can get on. We can try the twos.
Given that opportunity with his big leg, he misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so
How much what? VC? I had like 2,000 something the last time I looked, so I probably got like 3,000. Yeah, I'm gonna put some shit on him. I'm a 79 already. I'm gonna be at 80. Yeah, we grind 2v2s, bro. Going to run for real, bro. Niggas gon' like my nigga gonna be good in no time. I'm a fuck with the push for a little bit. I hit a 3, so you know what I'm saying. I didn't hit one the game before with the release shit, so we gonna see.
down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start.
Yeah.
They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, try some game pressure on the guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
All right, bet.
If they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. Saw some green grass and was able to get outside.
That's for sure.
Get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
When you play zone coverage,
All right, bet. Yeah, and we can go. I ain't been to the park yet either. So when we get on, we can go to the park too. I ain't been there yet.
Coming into this game, they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The Cavaliers can really attack on this second and short.
No, for real.
Well, you're making a
Boy.
positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down.
He's looking to throw on third and short.
All right, bet, fam. Shit, I'm with it. All right, well, hit me tomorrow when you get up. All right, fam. All right. All right. Love you too. I ain't hear him say that shit.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home. It's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play. They just couldn't get it done.
Picked up some of what they needed. Second and goal from the 5. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own.
So when he gets to the rim and you have somebody like Wemby guarding him or OG on the wing, it's harder for you to get paint deflections and block shots and so on and so forth. But then you also have the kick ability for Shaman, McBride, and Brunson. I don't think that when you think about factors, Bridges, regardless of if he changes it or not, I think they have other weapons out there that you offset. But Dylan Harper is the type of kid that I think is a powerful weapon that you have to use instead of 3 for 13. Someone's trying to get his rhythm going based on being a clutch player against a guy like Brunson. We need defense coming down, and we need firepower on the other end. I think that's what Harper does, even though he's 20. Him being 20 is not really an excuse. It's just like Wemby being 22. But I think Mitch needs to see certain spots.
Would you start him?
No, it's not about starting him. It's just playing him minutes like Ginobili. Playing him more like Ginobili, giving him confidence to play in late situations. And if he does make mistakes, you may take him out for a minute. But don't villainize him to be thinking that his confidence is like, I'm not ready to play deep minutes.
Aaron Fox, 11 minutes in the fourth quarter, didn't score 2 turnovers.
The last
That's what I'm saying. He started off, he did his job in the first half, I feel like. Got the team going. When he came in, that's when the team started getting energy. But New York went on that run when he in the second half, when he was in the game too. So, and the turnovers was timely, cost him. The open three where 2 open threes. One was an air ball, like a clear air ball.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like he cool. You take him out then.
But the difference in that run wasn't really him. They was targeting Champagne. For me, as a coach, what I would have done is I would have put Vassell, Harper, Castle as my guards with Johnson and Renton. There we can switch all three of them. He don't have nobody that he's targeting because I feel like he knew he had an advantage against Champagne, and that's why he kept going at him. So I think there's some things there where Mitch trusts Champagne to hit shots. He feels like he's a viable defender, but I think that he got more lined up situations that they can change to give them an advantage.
Oh, you're not saying take out Fox.
Yeah, I'm saying take out Fox.
I think
Fox made
the last 5 games he's averaging 9 points and shooting. You have to be able to score. But what is he scoring?
He slowed down the comeback on driving to the hole, getting to the free throw line. He made a timely bucket towards the end too.
Bro, you know this whole playoffs. Harper's averaging 13 with 25 minutes, and Fox is averaging 15 with 32 minutes. This sounds like because when Dylan Harper was getting off in that when Fox was out and Dylan Harper was getting that attention, then he came back from injury because he started feeling like that young boy was finna. We talked about on the show. Young boy's finna take his spot, and now you out there just.
He had a chance though. When he started getting the main focus towards the end, you had to take him out. He turned
Dude, they didn't put Dylan Harper back into 3 minutes in the fourth.
Well, that's because when they was making a run, they was up 14.
The other guy played 11 minutes and didn't do anything.
No, you got it wrong, bro. This is the opposite. It was they took him out, then they made the run. Then they tried to put him back in.
With 3 minutes left.
3 minutes. That's
so
different.
So I'm blaming the coach. I think this loss is on this loss is on the coach. So that young boy is, bro, I'm keeping him on the court. If he mess up, hey, I'm living with it at this point.
But the main reason you keep him on the floor is for defense.
No, that too, but
for defense specifically. Because the good matchup, when you talk about Castle, trying to match up with Brunson, and he running the pick and roll, switch with me. It's who's on me that I want. I want him. Come set the screen. They're going to switch. But if we got 3 defenders that you can't pick from, now you got to try to go to win. You can double that. You throwing back to somebody else. And it's like, it's a coaching, like you said, it's a coaching decision. But at the same time, you got to put Harper in a position to succeed.
But also, what did the Knicks do differently than against the Spurs this time? OG used to guard when he was guarding when he didn't. That was the biggest difference right there.
More Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, I mean, but in the regular it was more OG. But now that they put Towns on it, it's a whole different matchup.
Okay, let's talk about what they were running. They were running the 4-5 pick and roll, just kind of like the horns, the tight horns at the top.
That's why I was always crowded.
And what they was doing on the backside roll was they was sinking in, taking away the lob. But we was talking about that. Castle was not throwing it to that corner guy to get that shot. And when he did, Champagne hit the shot. So that's one thing is he's overplaying the plays that they run, that they get success on, that may not just be, it ain't working against them. They got to go to what they ran in Game 7 against the OKC, and they ran the cross screen for Wemby, where they could get Wemby in the post, and then they had the down screen for the guard to come down. That's actions that help Wemby, and it help the guards, and it help the weak side if they switch it.
Gotta get to that
But what they're doing is they're trying to play fast, and they're doing that pick and roll at the top, and they're thinking they're going to get switches. But what we see that Cat and Robinson are doing, is they're dropping and they're staying with Wemby. And they're allowing whoever the point guard is to turn the corner.
Because that's Castle.
Right. And he's
that's why I like Harper up there.
But then again, that's why he's saying like Fox can make those.
Yeah, he hit some of those.
Fox is gonna make those. But Fox made a turnover with the spin lob that he thought he seen, and he threw it away. And that was Wemby thinking it was gonna be something.
Yeah.
But
I remember that.
It's growing pains. I mean, like we can't go crazy off game 1 though. It's just like it's game 1. It's filling out. You gotta fill them out. You gotta figure out who's doing what, how you defending me. We gotta make adjustments and come back and see what's up.
It's different too when you just.
Well, Fox won't play that bad. Fox won't play that bad.
Okay, like 3 for 13. Yeah. But the Knicks player's not gonna play that bad. Like I said, they was down majority of the third, where they had to rally back and make a run to actually make it a game and tie it up.
Yeah, it was some
no, let it go.
Yeah.
Well, Brunson didn't shoot free throws till like 30-some seconds in the third quarter.
They had to fight,
But
which
they
was
evened it out, didn't they? They evened the free throws out.
Yeah, but you see Brunson but you see Brunson at the end. You see Brunson at the end though. Had to go to
still
the
Yeah, but that was apparently there was a couple fans that were saying some not nice things to him about flopping in choice language. Because if you saw at the end of the game, Brunson ran up on Scott Foster, looked like he might have been complaining about the whistle. Apparently, according to a report from Chris Haynes, a couple fans sitting courtside.
I thought it was Sister Mary Clarence.
Sister Mary Clarence, they were in the suite.
Good shit.
Darn, not enough wood? Let me go get some more. No, stop hitting me, you darn snowmen. That was close. Oops, I missed some. Yes, now my camp is built. Nice. I gotta go get some extra wood to build this tower. Eat my arrows. Now to use the coins and build my own fortress.
Bro, I'm literally running with this nigga. Y'all gonna let him do that?
Why not try one?
That is fucking
So,
whack
could I
as
bring
fuck,
up
bro.
the most bizarre stat of the
swear to
night
God.
to me? What's the one New York Knick who has been constantly criticized as a defensive liability?
Oh my God,
That's correct. So here's the stat of the night. San Antonio shooters were 1 of 14 when guarded, and I got to put quotes around guarded, when guarded by Jalen Brunson. When he was nearby, when it was supposed to be his guy, they went 1 of 14 and 0 of 8 from 3 when he was the primary defender. On 9 of the 14 shots, he actually contested the shot that were missed. So 9 of the 14 misses he contested. But the big switch in the second half, remember, Champagny in the last, 2 minutes of the first half, he makes 3 threes. It was just like out of his mind. Remember, he made 11 on New Year's Eve in that same building against that same team, which was the Spurs' all-time record, 11 of 17 threes. So he's like shooting free throws. Nobody's guarding him. And all of a sudden, they jump out to a 7-point halftime lead. And obviously, at halftime, they told Jalen Brunson, you have to at least get a hand up on him. Just don't leave him. Don't cheat into the middle. Just go put a hand up. And in the second half, what was Champagny? 0 for 5 and 0 for 4 from 3. So Jalen at least did some defensive job that the stat is saying was key to the whole process, right? So I give him fourth quarter credit on offense and a lot of credit on defense. At least he did something defensively that I didn't expect, right?
Let's go! Let's go!
I always said that he has the potential to play defense. You never said that.
It's not like he doesn't try.
Yeah, he tries. He's a championship player. But I think it's Cats that's the liability defensively. I think if Victor would have attacked him more, it would have been, because he was starting to get his fouls that he usually gets, the crazy fouls that he started to usually get.
Yeah.
But if you ease up off him, it's better because he's a roamer defensively. He's kind of like Mitchell Robinson. He knows where to be. He's a smart player. Yeah. But when it comes to fouling, he makes dumb fouls, and you can make him reach. You can make him do little stupid stuff. But yeah, Brunson is solid. But you got to go back to Mike Brown. They play elbows and boxes. They play elbows and boxes. This two teams defensively that are in the gaps. If you're going to beat us, you're going to beat us driving and kicking to this guy. He's going to kick it to the corner. Corner man going to hit this shot all night. We're going to depend on that. And defensively, rotating, close out to the corner man, make him take one dribble. He's got to hit that mid-range. As we were watching last night, what we see at the mid-range, they did not want to shoot that mid-range. Them shits was long. Them shits was bad.
In the back of that bullet, but that's every time.
That's the go-figure execution of the offense all the way through, and we're going to make them take long twos, and we're going to live
Let's
with it.
go!
Box out, let's go down. Let's do the same thing. These are two teams that they're well coached. One team executed better down the stretch than the other.
In the second half.
In the second half.
I'll give you the second half. Yeah.
The second half, you see, well, actually,
just the fourth quarter. I mean, just the fourth quarter, honestly, if we're going to be honest.
First and the fourth.
Stop!
First and the
What the
fourth.
fuck?
First and the fourth.
29-19.
It was a better team.
Stop!
Yeah.
Say, come over here.
Team was bigger than y'all. Draymond
Stop.
Hyundai Elantra.
Oh, office.
Move. I'm not fucking playing.
The Rams traded for Myles Garrett. Is this real? Why didn't we do that?
College
The Rams traded for
27 is
Myles
going to
Garrett.
be
Is this
different.
real? Why didn't we do that? We don't have a Jared Verse to trade. That's why we didn't do it. Just one season I want to go all in like the Rams. Forget them picks. We don't play the Rams this year, do we? We do. December 20th, Cowboys and Rams. Aaron Donald better not come out of retirement. The Rams won a Super Bowl and are now Super Bowl favorites again before we even made it to the NFC Championship. At least the Eagles didn't get Myles Garrett. I would hate to be a Browns fan. I would hate to be a Cardinals fan. Good luck in that division. I would hate to be an Eagles fan. At least A.J. Brown got traded from the Eagles. Eagles fans trying to spin this like they got better. The Dolphins got more for
People
Jalen Waddle
cannot
and
choose the
their
game no more. They got a green meter like to just to catch the ball.
Jordan Mailata said, thank God it's over. We can't be done with move. We gotta do something else. Go get Jordan Brooks from the Dolphins right now. Get Jordan Brooks and Josh Sweat. They said Josh Sweat is not getting traded. At this point, we need to hit the Ravens back up about Max Crosby. How do we get the rights to Aaron Donald coming out of retirement? A.J. Brown says he still loves Hurts, but they've grown apart over the last few years. Watching Eagles fans turn on A.J. Brown in real time is cynical. Allegedly, A.J. Brown and Hassan Reddick had beef, and that's why he got traded. Allegedly, A.J. Brown was still embarrassed over the situation. Was the offense too easy? Predict what to do.
Well, they say this one time.
I realize is that what you want to see? Thousands. He also played against some of the toughest defenses in the entire NFL in the AFC North. I'm talking about a man that needs no introduction. I already said that. Sorry. TJ, who's been down? We're waiting to get a little settled. How we doing, TJ?
Always appreciate the intro.
Got you, man. Got you. It's a good time. How you feeling today?
Man, just getting used to your haircut, man. You know,
Yeah.
One win, zero losses.
Hey, I ain't gonna
Good
lie.
start, gang.
You
Let's
had
go,
the
Mob.
Cougars on the ground.
Let's go,
I be
Mob.
checking the comments, like,
That was the first game of the season, gang.
Sometimes you just need that little rejuvenation.
Yeah,
So it's,
you've been getting a lot of compliments on the.
What's good with it, fam?
Sure. Okay.
Mob in the house.
I think I look younger.
Mob in the house.
I think I look younger. Bro. Also joining us here at the Speakeasy, the man who apparently I guess is back on strike. I don't know what's happening. He's wearing no logo hat again today instead of repping the Speakeasy, which employs him. Oh, it's crazy. I would never do that.
Yeah, as you came on, I'm getting the dub,
Mob.
Now,
Doing well, man. It's good to see y'all.
say something.
Y'all is the regulars.
Last few times you done been on here, I done been winning. Now.
That's all I got.
Now, what's happening? What's happening?
Last show of the week, and boy, oh boy, do we have a show for you guys tonight. First, we got to talk about the biggest event going on in sports right now, which is the NBA Finals after the Knicks took home Game 1 due to an incredible performance from Jalen Brunson, 27 points per game during this postseason, 6.3 assists per game, the highest plus-minus since 2017 Stephen Curry on that loaded Warriors team, and more importantly, 12 straight wins for the New York Knicks. Lonzo Ball chipped in and said, late commentary here, but Brunson is the best Knick to do it like ever. Fellas, do you guys agree with Lonzo Ball, Jalen Brunson?
Get off of
Best
that.
Knick ever?
No,
Jalen Brunson is not the best Knick ever yet. I think we'd be prisoners of the moment to suggest that Jalen Brunson is already the best Knick ever. If Jalen Brunson brings the New York Knicks a championship, then you could suggest that he is the greatest New York Knick of all time. But I cannot disrespect and I will not disregard a dude by the name of Patrick Ewing, who was dominant from when he stepped into the league as a rookie and maintained dominance throughout the entirety of his career. I understand the chip, it was ever evasive of Patrick Ewing. However, I will not disregard what Patrick Ewing was to the game of basketball and who Patrick Ewing was to the game of basketball. Jalen Brunson, if he brings New York a chip, we can have the conversation as it pertains to being the greatest. But it just felt awkward to me to go ahead and suggest that Jalen Brunson is already the best Knick to ever do it, T.
It is very premature, but it looked like the writing is on the wall. And so I believe the Spurs are going to come back and win this. I do. But if the New York Knicks win the championship, the fact that Jalen Brunson is even being talked about in that light, he hadn't played nowhere near the amount of years with the Knicks that Patrick Ewing played with the Knicks. The fact that he's in this conversation and somebody that really can play the game of basketball like Lonzo Ball is saying that this early in his tenure with the Knicks, it's just a matter of time. Whether he wins a championship or not, he's going to be the greatest New York Knick ever. And many believe the Knicks are going to win it this year. If he wins it this year, immediately, he's the best Knick ever. But regardless, 5, 10, however long he plays with the Knicks, when Jalen Brunson retires, he will be the greatest New York Knick ever.
Here's why I'm offended by that statement. And obviously, there are the likes of Walt Frazier. I don't necessarily count you if you didn't play during color TVs. But here's why I am offended by that statement.
That's fair.
Is a dude like Patrick Ewing has an All-NBA first team, 6 All-NBA second teams, if I'm not mistaken, 3 All-NBA defensive teams. Jalen Brunson has no All-NBA first teams. Dude has never been a top 5 player ever during the course of his career. Ever. So, if Jalen Brunson is the greatest Knick ever, that's
what a dot!
The New York Knicks. Because with all respect to what Jalen Brunson has done in New York, it's not as though he's a top 5 talent in any season he's been playing in. You could suggest maybe he's a top 10 talent. That's a debate. So to say that a dude that's never been top 5, ever, is one of the best for one of the most storied franchises in the history of the sport, to me, that's either ignorant on our behalf or it's an indictment to the New York Knicks. It's not an indictment to the Knicks, so it's ignorant. Because a dude by the name of Patrick Ewing, All-NBA team when it was 50, All-NBA team when it was 75, plus Rookie of the Year dominance, plus dominant throughout his career, it's ignorant, bro, to say Brunson will be the best.
I mean, we are prisoners of the moment.
Yep.
That's just kind of recency bias for sure, because what he's doing is like, what? The game is completely different now. Like, you have to be a special player to be a big man to be considered one of the top players in the league now. And if you are, you're a perimeter-based big man that can just do both. The game is different, you know, from when Patrick Ewing played and Hakeem Olajuwon and Alonzo Mourning, David Robinson, and all those centers back then. It's a different game. And then here come a young Shaq, and you're like, whoa, this big dude can really, really move.
What up,
Jalen
man?
Brunson, yes, you're correct. Top 5 player, I don't think many will say. I don't even think many will put him in the top 10.
Correct.
But his play is top 10 for sure. It's because, and this is just, when you're not drafted high, it's really, people have a hard time putting you up. If Jalen Brunson was a top 5 pick, he no question would be a top 7 player in the league right now. Everybody would say it. Because he wasn't drafted high, he's had to scratch, claw, and fight his way into where he is now. If he was drafted high, we all know he would be, no question, a top 7 player in the NBA right now. But regardless, to me, all NBAs and first team, second team, winning championship, he's the best Knick ever.
Is it fair to say this, though? I can settle here. Is it fair to say he's the greatest Knick ever, but I don't think I can give you the best? Here's why I think I can say greatest. If he sacrificed $75 million to boost the roster around him, that's a greatness. That's magnitude of greatness. That has nothing to do with his talent, but that has everything to do with his impact. If he wins a championship, that has more to do with his talent, but that has most to do with his impact, legacy. That's greatness. But there is no way that you can say that he's best, because an individual like a Ewing has things that will be insurmountable in my mind for Brunson. Ewing is still the all-time points leader in New York, if I'm not mistaken. Ewing still has 3 second-team All-NBAs on him, on top of a first-team All-NBA on him, on top of 3 defensive teams that Brunson will never get.
Is he a better player than Patrick Ewing?
Of course not.
No.
So how do you say he's best?
He's going to go down as the greatest Knick player because of what he's going to accomplish that Patrick Ewing never did.
Oh my God.
That's why. And again, I still think the Spurs are going to win. So I'm jumping out on this limb and saying the Knicks if the Knicks win, he's the greatest Knick ever.
Come here.
Because Patrick Ewing, you went to 2 NBA finals. You didn't win. You lost. And so to this same same organization that now they are playing, that's just my opinion. Nobody, you give up all this money so now you can have You can have Cat, you can have Mikal Bridges, you can have Anunoby. All these dudes that can really play. If that's the case, everybody do it then. Yeah. Give up money.
I think it's actually crazy and ignorant to say that he's not at this point.
Already.
That he's not already.
Today.
Already. And let me tell you why.
Okay, I'm listening.
In a world in the NBA where we care so much about what players look like in the playoffs. Yep. It's about what you look like in the playoffs, right? It's about what you do in the playoffs. We don't care about the regular season because half the teams are tanking. A bunch of them aren't playing defense. They're sitting their best players. Regular season doesn't matter. Let's talk about the playoffs. Over the last 4 years, has Jalen Brunson been a top 5 player performer? Yeah. No question. Jalen Brunson, as a New York Knick, I want you guys to let's reel it in here. Greatest playoff player ever in history. Jordan averaged 30 points a game in the playoffs for his career. As a New York Knick, do you know how many points per game Jalen Brunson is averaging right now?
In the playoffs?
Probably as a Knick.
I'm going to say 30.
Smoke his ass!
He's averaging 29 points per game. He's averaging 29 points per game in the playoffs as a New York Knick. And all he has done in those playoffs, he's never had a first-round exit while being a Knick. He's made it to 2 second rounds. He's made it to 2 Eastern Conference Finals, and now this year he's made it to the finals. He's gotten better and better and better. He also, before that, well, I know this doesn't matter for the Knicks, but he also helped the Mavericks go to a Western Conference Finals in 2022. 2022. Fellas, Jalen Brunson is the best Knick of all time. He's done more in the playoffs than any of those guys that you could think of. As a matter of fact, he's a more impactful performer than Patrick Ewing has been in the playoffs. And I'm not here to say Patrick Ewing's not great. He is phenomenal. Carmelo, phenomenal. But what Jalen Brunson is doing right now as a 6-foot guard, going out there and scoring, but not only scoring efficiently and showing up when it matters most. They're losing games where he's scoring 41 in the playoffs because the team wasn't good enough around him. Now that team has only gotten better and better and better. Jalen Brunson, it's not a discussion. He's the greatest Knick of all time. And if they win a chip, I don't understand. 3 more games doesn't make the difference. I don't know about the greatest
Knick of all time.
3 more games doesn't make the difference.
It has to.
It doesn't, though.
But here's what has to.
It doesn't. He's already better.
He's statistically, there is not a way, there's not an accolade that Brunson has that Patrick Ewing does not.
Sure.
There are several accolades that Ewing has that Brunson does not and cannot retroactively achieve going back to his rookie season. There is not a statistic that Brunson has that Patrick Ewing does not. So if you are going to say that Brunson is better, there's just no objective data you can point to. Even if you want to point
it's
to
the eye test.
It's the eye test.
And I'll also throw this in there. Jalen Brunson doesn't have any first-team All-NBAs. I don't know if he has any second-team. He probably has. Yeah, he has 3 second teams, right?
He has 3.
In the playoffs, do I want him or do I want Kate Cunningham, who just got a first team? I want Jalen Brunson, which completely goes against what we said earlier. But I want Jalen Brunson. I want him. I want Jalen Brunson more than I want Anthony Edwards in the playoffs. Yeah. I would say Anthony Edwards is a top 10 player, no doubt in our minds. Yeah. I want Jalen Brunson more than I would want a prime James Harden, who has MVPs and first-team All-Pros in the playoffs. Because I think Jalen Brunson is a better basketball player.
But hold on, okay. Let me try to expose this take a little bit. In the playoffs, if you were to say top 5 playoff performers over the last 6 years, and I would expand the data, Jimmy Butler is clearly a top 5 playoff performer in the last 6 years, if I can expand that. Remember what Jimmy did with those Miami Heat teams, taking them to the NBA Finals, taking them to the Eastern Conference Finals.
He's not doing it as consistently.
He's not scoring at the clip that Jalen Brunson.
We're prisoners of moments. I believe Jimmy Butler had a 50-point game in the playoffs, or maybe a 56-point game. Remember, Jimmy Butler took Tyler Hero, took Max Strus, took Duncan Robinson.
It was Bam, Gabe Vincent.
Took a younger Bam, took Gabe Vincent. Let's remember exactly what Jimmy Butler was doing. And he went to the NBA Finals, and he went to the Western Conference Finals again. I believe he took the Boston Celtics to 7.
He's been to 2 finals.
Right?
With the Heat, yeah.
But there's not a world where I would try to suggest that, Jimmy Butler was a greater Heat than Alonzo Mourning. Right? There's not a world, even though Jimmy Butler probably averaged more points and had a really impressive playoff run, didn't win a chip. Brunson hasn't won a chip yet. There's not a world where I would try to say that, Jimmy Butler, because of what he did without winning a chip, because Brunson hasn't won it yet, is a greater Heat than somebody like Zoe.
Jimmy Butler scoring at the clip that Jalen Brunson is scoring at.
Good example of a lockdown defender as well.
Good example for those, right? Good example for that. We're not going to sit here and say at the end of the career that Jimmy Butler was better than Paul George. Who would you rather have in a playoff game?
Jimmy Butler.
Not even close.
Yeah.
Paul George has been top 5 in MVP voting. I don't think Jimmy Butler's ever finished top 5 in MVP voting. Paul George has been first team All-NBA, first team defense. I don't think Jimmy Butler's ever been that. But I would take Jimmy Butler as a defender come playoff time.
Of course.
I would take Jimmy Butler as a scorer in some situations come playoff time. I think it's tough to quantify because we do, look, if it's all about the playoffs, let's make it all about the playoffs. That's what we told everybody. It's all about the play. It's all about the playoffs. I'm just saying, Jalen Brunson and what he has done as a playoff performer, it matters to me. It does. The fact that he averaged 26 in the regular season and couldn't get a first team instead of averaging the 30 that would have maybe got him that first team, that doesn't matter as much as showing up and averaging 29 a game in the damn playoffs. He's a playoff riser. I want the guy that's a playoff riser, and he'll be remembered as a playoff riser. You think in 25, 30 years you're going to be remembered, oh, well, Cade Cunningham had that great season leading the Pistons to a 1 seed. No, you're going to remember Brunson going off in the playoffs, going crazy and leading the Knicks to a championship.
I'm disappointed in you, Karen.
Okay.
I'm disappointed in you because I thought you and I had an understanding, a firm stance on not subscribing to this ring culture bullshit.
It's not about the rings.
These old heads like to force down our freaking...
I don't like ring culture. I don't. This isn't about ring culture, though.
So
this is about showing up when it matters most.
Which I understand.
Okay.
But to discredit somebody scoring 20+ thousand points and leading the franchise in that.
Yes.
Leading the franchise in rebounds.
Yes.
Leading the franchise in blocks. Leading the franchise in steals, games, and minutes played.
Yes.
Did he lead up to a championship?
Why does that matter so much more than 17 or however many years Pat played in a Knicks? One championship just wipes away 17 years of legacy?
What will the Knicks fans say? That's the thing. Them Knicks fans are going to love
this. So now we're giving credence to Knicks fans like they're not the most the same Knicks fans that were just chanting this year, fuck Trae Young, and he didn't play for the Hawks?
Absolutely.
Those Knicks fans, come on, man. Mo NYC, go take a seat.
They're going to forever love Jalen Brunson if they win this championship.
They are.
And they forever love Patrick Ewing.
If Jalen
Brunson, going to be a different type of love.
It's a completely different type of love.
Yeah.
He's doing it with more aura. Sorry. He is. In the 90s era, who was out there?
But that's the problem.
With two wristbands on Patrick Ewing,
we're
my
so
brother,
blinded
shoulders.
by aura that like we're allowing aura to distort talent. It's just not.
Jalen Brunson's not talented.
Not as talented as Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, bro.
Objectively speaking.
Now that I disagree
Objectively speaking, he's 6 foot.
That I disagree.
And not hyper.
When you said that the first time, I thought, he just word vomited.
To me,
you
like,
actually mean that?
If Shady were sitting here, and TJ can attest to this, in the NFL, in the NBA, in any major league, you have to do it. You write a book, being a bestseller, you have to do it.
Yep.
So Patrick Ewing, that first team All NBA, in an era of the Jordans, in an era of the David Robinsons, in an era of the Hakeem Olajuwons, in the era of the Birds and the Magics, like Barclays.
Now, I will say this though.
Six-time team All NBA.
I will say this. Today's game is hard to make All NBA because it's positionless.
No, I would argue it's harder to make back then in the 90s. It's harder to make first team All NBA as a big in the era of bigs.
Yeah, but it was position. But it was only one other big that was scoring like that, and it was Hakeem Olajuwon. David Robinson could score, but he wasn't scoring like Hakeem Olajuwon.
No, but he would give you a 20-20 game.
Yeah, he was more.
The Admiral was a bucket.
The Admiral wasn't a guy that I'm gonna just give the ball to you in the post and you're gonna score how Hakeem Olajuwon and Patrick Ewing did back in the early 90s. No.
Okay.
He was super athletic. Would he go get a bucket? Yeah. But it wasn't. Oh, we gonna give me the ball.
We're not running the offense through.
We not running.
Fair. Here's the thing. When did Ewing get his first team? He got it in 1990. Like 90, bruh. That's still on the heels of the Bad Boys Pistons.
Yeah.
The Boston Celtics.
Perimeter-based team.
The Lakers.
Yeah, you had Kevin McHale.
You know what I mean? Like that's
were old.
Correct, but that's still on the heels of that.
Yeah.
So like to me, the reason I'm disagreeing with y'all is at the end of the day, when you get these accolades in professional sports, you have to do it.
Yep.
So it's cute to say Brunson's better than Ewing. But those 6 second-team All-NBAs that Ewing has, along with the first-team All-NBA that Ewing has, along with the Rookie of the Year that Ewing has, along with the 3 All-Defensive teams, bro, he had to do that.
In 10 days, in 10 days, if Jalen Brunson does it, your opinion changes?
Greatest does, best does not.
No, and I do agree
because
with that.
Think about this. Think about this. Prior to
your opinion changes?
Greatest does, best does not.
No, and I do agree
because
with that.
Think about this. Think about this. Prior to the Eagles winning their second Super Bowl, to me, Nick Foles was the greatest Eagles quarterback of all time. Mm-hmm. He was the greatest. He brought them a chip. Prior to that Super Bowl, though, you would still go. Cunningham was probably the best. McNabb was probably the best. Mike Vick maybe have been the best. But the greatest was Foles. He won a championship. Now you got to say that Jalen Hurts is the greatest Eagles quarterback of all time because of sustained success. But best and greatest are different. If Brunson wins the championship, TJ, you are right. He is the greatest. But it's so offensive for y'all to overlook Ewing's accolades.
You're saying this because he has one first-team All-NBA. One.
And 6 seconds.
One. 6 seconds is awesome. Yes, Jalen Brunson has been
second place.
Jalen Brunson has been the star of his team for how many years?
Every year.
4 seasons. It's his 4th season as the star of his team. He has 3 seconds. He's gonna be able to catch that. He's already on track to catch that. He's an unbelievable player. He's no doubt. And the NBA has said that he's a top 10 player the past 3 years.
But he has to catch that.
Listen.
Hold on. Kieran is speaking 4 more All-NBA second or first teams into existence.
He's not like with SGA and Anthony Edwards. I don't believe he'll get a first.
Go ahead, finish.
I want you to listen to me. I don't think Anthony Edwards is going to get a first. But SGA averaging an efficient 50% from the field. Luka Doncic averaging multiple seasons with over 32 points and 8 or 9 assists and rebounds. Giannis in his prime. These are the guys. All MVP caliber, all world like ridiculous players. He had to be better than Hakeem Olajuwon and David Robinson in one season. A 24-year-old David Robinson and a 26, 27-year-old Hakeem Olajuwon for one season. And that's the difference. Obviously, he's not Shea. I think you would argue he's not Luka. But,
so here's my question then. So, Brunson, for one season, you can't be better than 5 other players. Just one season. If you want to play that game, let me play it back at you.
Yeah, I think
for one season. Hold on, you can't be better than Shea. For one season. You can't be better than K.
It was one season. It was a toss-up in 24, whether it was him or Jason Tatum. It was a toss-up. But Jason Tatum's team had a way better record. So, yes. Jason Tatum also had a better team around him. But Jason Tatum and Jalen Brunson were kind of right there for first team All-NBA.
I'll settle it like this. I know we got to move. Kieran, you've accomplished a lot at age 27. I can't say that some kid on a YouTube show right now with 20 people watching is better than you. Because he hasn't done it.
He doesn't have 20 people watching, though.
I'm just saying, you have accolades, Kieran. you moved here, you've done this show. I can't disregard what you've accomplished because I feel like somebody's more talented. I can't disregard what you've accomplished because of feelings. What Patrick Ewing has accomplished is just more right now.
Hey, but it's this, right, TJ? It's this. It's this. It's this.
The eye test.
It's the eye test, sure. I see that he's better.
But then here's what we have to do. We also have to acknowledge that we weren't all watching Patrick Ewing like we're watching Brunson. I'm not mad at the eye test, but it's not like we were all watching in 1990. I don't think you were.
I was on my daddy's balls,
right? So it would just be unfair for us to sit here like, bro, but I'm watching Brunson. Sure, but then let's be honest. All the Ewing thing we know is Ewing getting
won a championship. That's what we do know.
That's fair.
That's it.
Let's get some super chats, G.
Let's do it. R. Stone kicking us off said, welcome back. I need to be caught up. 1, if Trey gets a contract, will his picture be added to the thumbnails? That's a good question. I love that y'all advocate for me so heavily. Especially because somebody in the chat was like, Trey's the least liked person on the show and trying to hold out like he's the star. Forget you. Number 2, James Jones said, you can do anything once you're just lucky. Does this apply to the Thunder? Hashtag accountability. Arstone, that was a hell of a super chat. I appreciate that. Acho, am I going to get on the thumbnails? I'm the one that makes the damn things. If I want to put myself on the thumbnail, Acho's not going to stop me. That's for damn sure. That's to be decided. Big Blue Reborn said, hey, yo. First off, Acho, You made some money yesterday, huh? Prize Picks. Yesterday was my birthday. Knicks won that game. Brunson Burner wins. He will be the best Knick ever. Combo over. Arstone also said, remember at Ewing's Day there was only 2 All-NBA teams, not 3. Also, everybody's jumped the gun on the Thunder too. Can Brunson finish the job first? Please. That's what I try to tell these guys, Arstone. I try to tell them all this. Let's not be prisoners of the moment. Let's try to shelf our recency bias and be the objective analyst that we're supposed to be. Clearly that has evaded him on our last show of the week. Central Cast said, I just wanted to bring up Acho's post on IG, and that is, I think that post was a major reach. You took it as offensive when all he did was talk about how she dressed like a cowgirl on her land. I must have missed the story. I've been busy.
So I'm going to set the scene because I'm actually curious, and y'all in the chat, I need y'all to weigh in.
Yeah, let us know.
Sloane Stephens, black tennis player. She is currently at, I believe it's the French Open, acting as a sports analyst. And the host, white man Adam Lefkoe, I believe that's his name, he was saying that Sloane Stephens looks like she needs to go tend to her crops, looks like she just left the ranch, needing to tend to her crops. I found that wildly offensive, regardless of the race and ethnicity of Adam Lefkoe's wife. I think it was wildly ignorant. Sloane Stephens was wearing a hat, and so he said that she looked like she needed to be tending to her crops. Do we have the video?
Yeah, we have a clip. I couldn't find one without this dude in it, but here you go.
So I'm speaking with y'all. Great to see you get off the ranch. I know the crops need attending as you are ready to go.
Wow.
He got a black wife or something?
Yeah, man, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn about his black wife, respectfully. Telling somebody, this reminds me of Russell Westbrook is out of his cotton-picking mind. Oh, bro, read the fucking room, bro, please. Tend to her crops. Happy to see you off the ranch. Have you no coof? Have you no scruples, brother? Like, what are we doing? Telling a young black woman she looks like she's just tended to her crops, knowing the historical, man, come on, bro. That is insane. Absolutely insane.
I agree. Absent of presence. Yes, absolutely.
He has to be reprimanded in some form of fashion.
People try to say I was reaching, right?
That's not a reach.
I don't think it's a reach at all. I think that what Adam Lefkoe did to Sloane Stephens is not just wildly ignorant and also